What's up, everyone? Just letting you know we're going to get started here in about 2 minutes. Something was wrong with my timer there, so I don't know what time it's showing you, but we have about 2 minutes to go, and we're going to get started. It's going to bring us to the top of the hour. All right, everyone, we are going to get started here, and my name is Chris Luck, and I'm the founder of Alphapreneur.com, which is the private community for entrepreneurs online that will help you get the results that you truly want in your life. And I want to thank you all for being here today. For those of you that are here live, if you can just let me know if you're a member of Alphapreneur, just go ahead and type in member in the live chat so I know who is a member and who is not. If you're new here, just go ahead and type in new. And yesterday, whenever I was actually doing the live stream yesterday, I trimmed the countdown timer at the beginning of the video. And when I did that, I noticed that YouTube actually then disabled the live chat for the replay. And I think the live chat is kind of really what makes the videos that I do good, because the live chat's pretty interactive, and all of you take the time to be here and you have a lot of fun. So I'm going to, today I got started a little bit later to where the countdown timer was shorter, but moving forward, like tomorrow, I'm actually going to try and start without a countdown timer. So instead of getting here early, you can actually just get here whenever you get here, and then you're going to see I'll just go live right at the top of the hour without any countdown timer. So we're going to see how that works. So if you are new here, by the way, again, my name is Chris Luck, and I'm the founder of Alphapreneur. This is Alphapreneur that you're looking at right now on your screen. I see Gary Fraser is a member, Magnus is a member. These are all of the members that are actually here live. I'm just pulling up their messages in the live chat. I'm throwing them up here on the screen for you. We've got Pammy as a member. We have Pay as a member. We've got Sue is here. Frank is a member. John is a member. Thank you all so much for taking the time to be here. And again, if you are new and you're seeing this because it's just a video on YouTube and you're like, what is this? Again, Alphapreneur is a private online community of entrepreneurs that will help you get the results you truly want in your life. And what we're doing right now is I'm going live for 30 days in a row, because we're actually going through together through a One Funnel Away challenge, which is a challenge a friend of mine, Russell, is putting on, that gives you the ability to actually launch your first funnel on the internet or create your next one. And a funnel, if you don't even know what that is, it's totally okay. A funnel basically gives you the ability to sell products and services and really anything that you want online. And instead of sending people to a website with like 1 million pages and it's just kind of confusing and they don't know where to go, a sales funnel is just a really laser targeted funnel that is selling one specific thing. So anyway, that's kind of what a sales funnel is. And what we're going to do is just get into today, which is day 18. And this is inside of Alphapreneur. So I'm jumping in Alphapreneur right now. And there's a lot going on as far as all the other things that's in Alphapreneur that's going to really help you, get results as an entrepreneur. So for just the sake of this challenge and this live stream specifically, we're only going to be focusing on the One Funnel Away challenge. Once this challenge is over, I'm going to do a lot of other live streams where I'm actually going to do some like live swiping and all kinds of other really interesting things that no one else is doing, especially on YouTube, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. But for now, for the One Funnel Away challenge, you can just go into Alphapreneur, click on challenges. It'll take you to the OFA challenge. And then you can see all the previous days. So all the previous days, the way this works is that, again, my friend Russell goes live around 11 a.m. Central Time, that's the time zone I'm in, is Central. And then once he is done going live and gives everyone their mission for the day, I have a lot of notes that I take. And then before I kind of get started with my day's mission, I go live at 1 p.m. and then share kind of my notes and feedback on kind of what's going on for the day. And then I fill in a lot of gaps if I need to fill in some gaps. So you can see there's a lot of previous days, and you can go back and watch any of these at your own leisure. But what we're going to do today is day 18, which is the Epiphany Bridge. So let's just go ahead and click on the Epiphany Bridge origin story. And just to give you a fair warning, this day, I have more notes that I've taken for this day than any other day so far in this challenge. And not only did I do notes from today's session, but I also did notes on some kind of supplemental videos that they gave us to be able to watch, and which was just from a really incredible copywriter by the name of Jim Edwards. So took some notes off of his video, and we're just going to go through them. So for today, if you don't know really what an Epiphany Bridge is, this is kind of a little doodle for you. So an Epiphany Bridge is just really telling your story. Think of it as like a hero's journey story. So think about any major movie out there, like Star Wars movies or Disney movies or anything like that. There's usually, a hero's journey, which, starts off with the backstory, and then they hit a wall. Then they had a big epiphany. They put a plan together, and then they had some conflicts along the way, which then led them to a transformation. And then ultimately, they achieved something. And usually the thing that they achieved is the big result that you created a product for that you're selling to get someone else a result. So instead of just saying, hey, here's my product, you should buy it, and then here's all the benefits, people really buy on an emotional level, and then they justify their purchase decision based off of logic. So based off of the benefits and stuff that maybe comes with your product or thing. So today, what we're going to do is just kind of go through, again, my notes of the Epiphany Bridge. And I'm not here to just recite everything that Russell said, because the whole purpose of the challenge is go through the challenge and kind of see what he did. So I'm not using any of his stories or anything like that. These are just my notes of kind of what you need to kind of keep in mind. So why you need an Epiphany Bridge and like a whole origin story is that stories really make connections, and connections are going to make sales, and emotionally compelling stories are going to create stronger connections and really make more sales. And people are going to buy on emotion, and then, like I mentioned, justify on logic. So people, for instance, when they buy a Ferrari, they usually buy a Ferrari because they're emotionally charged to buy a Ferrari. But then the logic, as far as like the horsepower and the, what type of radio is in it and all that kind of stuff, that's all the logic they kind of justify later. The best way to sell emotion is to tell your story. So you want the customer to think that, oh, this person is just like me, or man, this person had it worse than me. And then they have the result that I really want now. So if they can do it, I can definitely do it. So all of that is done through telling a story, and an Epiphany Bridge story is one of the best stories that you could tell for this. So as far as the origin story structure, again, these are my notes from just today. So I'm just going to kind of breeze through these because I have kind of a lot I want to share with you. So you start off by talking about the backstory of the hero. So you being the hero, obviously, because you're the one that's selling your product or service that's going to get someone a core result. So the product or service that's going to get them the core result, you need to tell them the backstory of you as a person, you being the hero and the journey that you're on that got you to create this thing that's going to help them get their end result. So for the backstory, you want to really touch on their desires. So an external desire is that you wanted to go on this journey because why? So an example is, for instance, like with the brand ambassador blueprint that I'm going to be selling with my with my funnel that I'm building for this One Funnel Away challenge is back then, in examples, I just had to figure out how to make some extra money. Well, then you start asking yourself a bunch of whys, and that's really going to lead you down and then them down all the internal desires on why they really want to achieve it. The deeper you can go on this and the more whys that you can ask yourself, the better of a story and the core foundational structure you're going to have for your story that's going to make it more powerful. So for instance, like, why did I want to make some extra money when I discovered this whole brand ambassador thing 22 years ago? It's because I don't want to have a job. Well, you don't stop there. You ask, okay, well then why don't I want to have a job? Well, because I don't want to have a boss and be told what to do. Okay, well, don't stop there. Like, why do I not want to have a boss and be told what to do? Well, because I want to have the freedom to live my own life, my own way. So now you're really, okay, then why is that? Well, because life's too short and I don't want to waste it working for someone else. So the deeper that you really go on your desire and the backstory of like what really got you started on this journey, the more it's really going to help them relate to what it is that you're doing. And then you want to talk about all the walls that you hit to reach your goal. And the more walls that you can talk about that you hit to reach your goal, the more rapport you're going to be able to build with your customer or potential customer in this case. So you can let them know, well, you tried to do X, but it didn't work because of Y, and then just as many of those as you can. Then you share the journey that you went on. So why you were on the journey to try all these different things and nothing was working. Well, then let them know, well, what happened? Like, how did you discover this big aha moment? So this is going to be your epiphany. And if you've never really even heard of the word epiphany before, think of it as like an aha moment. Like when I heard the Epiphany Bridge story script, I had to actually go Google and look up the definition of epiphany because I didn't even know what that meant. So it's pretty much your big aha moment. So what was it? So some examples could be someone shared something with you. So it could be a guide, like you found somebody, a mentor, or someone that shared something with you that really opened up your mind, or you found something that was just totally unexpected, or some higher power, or you woke up one day with just this thought in your mind and you decided to pursue it, something like that. And your epiphany is really going to be, and Russell didn't talk about this much, but this is really important, is a new opportunity. So when you're selling something to someone and you're trying to help them get which I'm going to go to my screen or my camera, because this is really important. I've been selling a lot of things to a lot of different people online for a lot of years. And I have found the things that I have sold that has been positioned as a new opportunity, the easier that those things were to sell, the more customers bought those things. And it's not because, the Epiphany Bridge story is important, but whenever you get up to talking about the opportunity and your big epiphany and the big aha moment, if you can position that, and you should position it if it's true. If it's not true, well, then don't make it up. But if you can position it as a new opportunity that you discovered, and then that is how that really takes place, is like, how that really helped you get a result that you weren't able to get before. So all the previous roadblocks and all the walls that you hit, like you tried this and you failed, you tried this and you failed, but then you had this big aha moment and it worked. Well, if you can position that as a new opportunity, and then they realize that that is a new opportunity that they maybe haven't tried before, that to me, like my biggest successes that I've had in the past have been because of things that I positioned as a new opportunity. So keep that in mind. Then you also then want to go into talking about how you created a plan for the new opportunity. You want to talk about conflicts that maybe you had when you're trying to execute the plan. So, just pretty much trial and error. And then you've finally achieved your goal. And then talk about your goal. But also keep in mind as you're going through this, people do not care about your journey to get to the new opportunity. That's really setting the foundation for your whole hero's journey. But what they really care about is the second journey that you are now on because of that. So your second journey is going to be your journey of transformation. So who did you become? How has your life changed? How are you living now? Like they want to know like the journey once they get what it is that you're offering to them and how it's this new opportunity and it took you forever to find it. And then when you did, everything changed. You need to tell plenty of stories about your journey now and how things have changed for you, because then that's where they can really emotionally put themselves in your shoes and imagine themselves in the life that you're in right now, assuming that you're providing a result that is a result that they really want to get. And then moving down, some big ideas to take away is that stories are going to create emotional connections with your ideal customer. Emotional connections are going to be what's going to create sales. The hook of your sales copy is going to live inside each story that you tell, and you have an unlimited supply of stories if you know where to look. Now, all of the notes now moving forward, all the notes you just saw now were the notes based off of what Russell talked about today. And then now I went ahead and watched some extra videos, like some extra credit, and then took some notes on some videos that Jim did that I thought was really helpful. I didn't take notes on all the stuff that he talked about because some of it I thought was just a lot of filler, but I took notes on things that I think you should know about that's really going to help reinforce the whole idea of an Epiphany Bridge story. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to share those notes. So the very first thing is to, number one, get people emotionally engaged. Well, how do you do that? You could really emphasize things that's going to, spark anger, that's going to inspire them, that uses love or fear. Those are ways that you can get people emotionally engaged. Number two is you want to get the reader to put themselves into the story. So once in the story, they now need resolution from your product. Is this all making sense so far? Because this kind of stuff starts to get really deep. And I want to make sure that I'm not like going too fast and like really kind of just talking over your head. I want to be kind of, what the whole purpose of doing these live streams is I want to work together with this with you and not be just talking at you, if that makes sense. So if this is making sense, let me know. I see Sven says, sorry, he's a little late, but it does make sense. So thank you, Sven, for being here. We have a couple other members that are just now coming in. We have Sue, we've got Steve, we have Joe Foley, we've got Kat, we have Alistair. And by the way, these are all members of Alphapreneur, so thank you for taking the time to be here. Magnus says, makes a lot of sense. Good. I just want to make sure this is making sense because the first time that I really started going down this path of learning how to not only understand an Epiphany Bridge story, but to actually write an Epiphany Bridge story, it took a lot of time for me to like wrap my mind around it. And it took an even more, like an unbelievable amount of time to write my Epiphany Bridge story. So I don't have a story I'm going to give to you that's my story right now, because I literally just finished putting these notes together before we went live. So it's going to take me probably a couple days to put a couple stories together that I'm going to be using for the brand ambassador blueprint, on top of me being like a few days behind anyway. So like as soon as we get done here, I'm going to be doing, I'm working on finishing up my design for my one-time offer number 1 page and my one-time offer number 2 page. So the upsell 1 and 2 in my funnel. I'm doing the designs and the layout for all that today. And then once I get all that done, then I'm going to be caught up to doing this Epiphany Bridge story. But I didn't want to delay, and I just want to make sure that you have all the notes that you need. Kat says, absolutely. Awesome. So, all right. So now moving into, we're at number 2. So get the reader to put themselves into the story. And then once in the story, they now need a resolution from your product. And then if you're having trouble finding a story, which a lot of people usually have trouble finding a story when you're just getting started, you need to stop randomly trying to like pluck a story out of the past. Instead, you need to really start thinking about your rock bottom points in your life and then build your story arc from there. Now, this is all stuff that Jim Edwards mentioned in one of the videos that was given to you. So you just have to watch the videos to kind of see all this. But again, this is just my notes and how I interpreted some of the stuff that he talked about. And then this was, let's see here. This is an image that I wanted to show you. And this is kind of what, how he visioned like what's called like a story arc. So you have your starting point, and then you kind of go into a problem and conflict, and then things get worse. And then you hit rock bottom. When you're at rock bottom, then you have like this revelation and a discovery, and you have to really kind of make a decision. Then you have a transformation, and then you return back home, and then you are now, better than you were before. So that's kind of the story arc. And all of these images and everything are available to you inside of Alphapreneur, so you can get in there whenever you would like. And as far as emotional turning points that are in the story, which by the way, when I mentioned you want to start thinking about rock bottom points in your life, think about the story arc instead of just trying to randomly pluck a story out that you could use for your marketing or for your funnel or for your video sales letter or for whatever it is that you're doing. Think about all the rock bottom points that you have in your life, and then your story can kind of expand from there. So you can look for emotional turning points that are in your life that could deal with health, wealth, relationships. Any extreme highs and extreme lows that you've had can be a great place to start. Anything where you've encountered fear, loss, gain, pain, strain, any of that. And you want to use that emotional rock bottom point as your hook to instantly capture people's attention in one sentence. So John says the Epiphany bridge concept should at least 5 extra conversions. Great way to connect. And I would say way more than like 5x. Like for me personally, I had a really hard time in my life trying to sell anything online before I started really incorporating story, and especially going deeper with an Epiphany bridge and a hero's journey. The reason I had a hard time selling is because I was always selling on the benefits and the features and all that of the product that I was so proud that I created. But then when I realized nobody was buying, I had to start kind of going on the journey myself to find out, like, okay, well, how come I can't sell? Like my product is better than everybody else's out there, but why is nobody buying it? Why am I the only one seeing this? Why can't other people see this? And once I started going, down my journey to figure out how to be a better writer and how to sell better online, I came across this whole Epiphany bridge story. Once I started spending a lot of time really understanding it and then mastering it, and then now everything that I do incorporates this Epiphany bridge, it's made everything I can't even put into words how much easier it's made everything in terms of like getting sales and customers and all that in anything that you do. So as far as some more notes that I've taken, there are some things that Jim talked about called the hook formula. Technobabble is the number one killer of sales. Yeah. And then before I started incorporating story into anything, pretty much all of my sales material was Technobabble, because I thought Technobabble was like what people wanted. Because they were buying all the features and benefits, and that's not the case. So hook story formula number 1 is to say something along the lines is like, let me tell you a story about the time, and then you talk about an emotional rock bottom point. So these examples are examples that Jim has used, so I just include them here so for ease of use, so you can just look at this and see the examples. So let me tell you about let me tell you a story about the time a bankruptcy judge laughed in my face in front of an entire courtroom, and I had to stand there and just suck on it. That's pretty bad, right? Another one, and this is kind of to take a different turn, is let me tell you a story about the time I was lying on my neighbor's couch, literally dying of heart failure, and could barely whisper goodbye to my wife as she sobbed in my ear, not here. So a little typo there, ear, and pleaded, "Don't go, I need you." Pretty emotional, right? So those are just like, that's one formula. Another formula could be, let me tell you a story about when blank and what taught me about blank. So some examples would be, let me tell you a story about the time I lost over $650,000 in less than 72 hours and what it taught me about the lies professional money managers tell. That's pretty powerful, but to take it even more powerful and to make it more powerful is to let me tell you a story about the time I lost over $650,000 in less than 72 hours and how it became the seed of a multi-million-dollar empire that made me financially bulletproof. So that is something where you're telling a story that is like rock bottom. You lost over $650,000 in 72 hours. And the second part of that is kind of where, like, the result, like what it taught you, or kind of where you're at now. And that part of the story, where you're at now, is where the person that you're about to sell the thing to, where they would like to be. So, of course, people would like to have a multi-million-dollar empire that makes you financially bulletproof. Who wouldn't, right? So that's, but you start by talking about the rock bottom, and then you lead to where you're at now. So let me tell you a story about the time one of my key employees died unexpectedly and how it nearly destroyed my business. But then taking it a little bit further, let me tell you a story about the time one of my key employees died unexpectedly and how a simple set of videos he created right before he died actually saved my business. So this is kind of talking about the guide that really is kind of helping you along to get the transformation. The guide would be, one of your key employees made this simple set of videos. So anyway, those are just some formulas to look at. You don't have to, use those. They're just there in case you want some inspiration. I thought it would be helpful. Bottom line is that the emotional turning point is going to be the hook that you use to pull them into your story. Then you then use the story to build the emotion that sets them up for your offer. And you do not want to overthink this. And to think about, like, when you're writing your story and you're wondering, well, I wonder if this is good enough. Well, a great story, so if it fits any of these bullet points or all of these bullet points, the more that it fits on these bullet points, the better your story is going to be. So this is kind of validation when you're writing your story that you have a good story. So it's a great story if it makes you emotional when you're writing it or telling it. It's hard to talk about because it's so emotional. It was from a difficult or trying time of your life. Had you succeeded against all odds, it involved a huge struggle, had a major emotional swing, had a major financial payoff, had a major financial loss, saved something or someone, destroyed someone or something, or involved heartbreak. And if your story includes all of that, then that's probably going to be one of the most powerful stories you could ever write and tell. So keep that in mind. Then a quick summary is that if you get people to pay attention by leading with an emotional hook, then you can keep their attention with an emotional, compelling story, and they're going to buy because your story becomes their story, which means your product becomes their solution. Remember, people are going to pay you money. Before people pay you money, they have to pay the attention. They pay for your attention, or they're paying by giving you attention. So maybe I need to reword my notes. I haven't proofread my notes because I didn't have enough time before we went live. So before people are basically going to pull out their wallet and give you money, they have to give you their attention. And a great sales story is how you're going to hook and persuade them faster and easier by any other means possible. So those are my notes. And this is, like I said, it's a lot to take in for just one day. So this is always going to sit forever for you inside of Alphapreneur. So at any point you ever want to discover this again, or if you forget, like, okay, what day was it where we talked about hook story, offer, epiphany, all that kind of stuff, you could always come into Alphapreneur. And then if you, instead of trying to figure out again what day it was, you could just come in. And this is how I like to use Alphapreneur, is I come in and I use the search bar at the top, like, all the time. So if you want to look up Epiphany, you would type in Epiphany, and then it's going to give you right away, like, oh, here's a topic called the Epiphany origin story. And it looks like Glenn also left a comment just now on that. So that's how you can find things very quickly. So if you're wanting to ever, or let's say origin story, maybe you weren't sure how to spell epiphany or whatever, which I still have trouble. You could just type in origin, and then you're going to see, like, here's all the, origin story. And then it's just going to show up right there for you inside of Alphapreneur. And you want to look for where it says topic, not comment. So anyway, that is, those are going to be my notes for today. Let's go ahead and go over the one pager. So this is what the one pager was. So this video right here was pretty cool. This was a video where Russell actually, a couple years ago, he went live. He has people that pay, like, I don't know how much it is now, like $50,000 a year or whatever, to be a part of his inner circle. And then they go to his headquarters in ClickFunnels in, I think, Boise, a couple times a year maybe. And then one of the times, a couple years ago, he was talking about your Epiphany Bridge story, and then he went live on Facebook while he was on stage and then told his Epiphany Bridge story about ClickFunnels, which is kind of cool. So you can actually just hit play and then, like, watch that video to kind of see how he does it. Then you can see there's the doodle for the Epiphany Bridge script. Here's some questions, which these questions are really kind of going a little bit more into detail about, or my notes go into more detail on what these questions are. So you can either look at my notes or look at these questions. These are questions you can ask yourself to kind of really help you structure your script, because it's easy to just kind of look at a doodle, but I think it's even easier to actually see, number one, what's your backstory? Number two, what are your desires? Number three, what's the wall? Number four, what's the epiphany? Number five, what was your plan? Number six, what was the conflict? Number seven, what was the achievement? Number eight, what's the transformation? Like, it's easy to look at that. So those are the questions you can ask yourself. I might include those in Alphapreneur as well, just if you all want those. And then your Epiphany Bridge story, you can actually go in this one pager and then like fill in all the stuff on the one pager for today. That'll kind of help guide you, and you'll have everything here. Because once it's all here, you just hit save to your one pager account, and then it saves to your account, which is pretty powerful. So that's one of the big benefits of one pager. And then this video where it says keys to an amazing Epiphany Bridge script story. This is where Jim kind of talks about funnel scripts and tries to get you to buy funnel scripts. Then the bonus where the step-by-step about how to find the perfect hook in your story. This is the notes that I was taking that were the supplemental notes today. In addition to the Epiphany Bridge notes that Russell had, that was from this video. So that is, that's what I got. So if you can, let me know on a 1 to 10 scale, just the quality of like the notes or what you learned in this live stream, what you thought. I would really appreciate it. And then also, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask questions. And also just to kind of give you, again, a behind the scenes as to what I'm doing. So like I said, I am working on my, I'm behind. Who isn't, right? Like I feel like this funnel's taking forever, but let's go ahead and go through and show you. So this is inside my ClickFunnels account. And so I got, my opt-in page and my sales page pretty much done and ready to go. Haven't created any videos yet. I'm saving the videos and the scripts until the very end. I just want to make sure the page layout and the structure and everything that I'm going to be having and selling and everything is going to stay the price and all that before I spend the time to create the videos. So for me, the videos are going to be last. I'm going to have 3 videos, actually 4 videos. I'll have a video for the sales page, a video for the one-time offer number 1, which is my done for you offer. I'm sorry, done with you offer. I'm going to have a 3rd video, which is going to be my one-time offer number 2, which is my done for you offer. I'm going to do also a video for the thank you page just to let people know that they made a good decision. So that's going to be last for me. So I got my opt-in and sales page done. My one-time offer, my done with you is what I'm working on now, and just kind of show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So I didn't follow Russell's template exactly because I already kind of have a branding and color palette and everything I'm using for Alphapreneur. So I'm just kind of sticking with that. So I like to, for the structure of what I do, I just like to let people know, like, don't close this page or press the back button. It can cause multiple charges to your card. I say, wait, your order is not complete. And then I say, step 1, get your blueprint. And that's already kind of grayed out. So they're like, oh, got that one. Step 2, upgrade to masterclass. And then step 3, order complete. And then I let them know you can get the brand ambassador masterclass now and get the brand ambassador masterclass now and get 5 huge bonuses for free. Special offer only for new members. This video is just a placeholder video. I haven't done the video yet. Then there's a big old button to upgrade their order. Then I say introducing the brand ambassador masterclass. I just did all the graphics for this morning, so I'm burned out with Photoshop. But those are the graphics I did. I wanted to go all black and just kind of make it like black and gray to kind of feel like it has a higher, I don't know, like I think black and gray and white, it just has more of a high class look to it. So whereas my sales page, everything was very colorful. So that's that, and that's the total value. And then I say, plus you'll also get, and then free bonus number 1 is Power Post templates. And then I say the total value, yours free. And then I put the yes, upgrade my order. Plus you'll also get bonus number 2, my ad templates, price, yours free. They can upgrade my order. So I like to put the one-time offer button for them to click to add to their order. I like to put it all over the page, not just at the top or the bottom. And I'm telling you this because maybe if you're building your one-time offer page, this stuff can be helpful to you. Then I say, plus you'll also get free bonus number 3. And then plus you'll also get free bonus number 4. Plus you'll also get free bonus number 5. So I really sell the bonuses. And then I basically, here's what you're going to get for, $5,482, but today it's only $297. So I got to do, I'm only halfway done with this page. I have a lot more work to do. Because I actually need to go more into detail about what is in the masterclass specifically, like what are the videos and the lessons and all that. So I need to create graphics and all that for everything. But anyway, that's kind of the way this is. That's the way this looks. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the live chat. If you have any questions, let me know. And then, when I asked for the 1 to 10 rating, thank you for all the 1 to 10s. Gary says, I need another hard drive to store all the valuable information that I learned. 10. Thank you, Gary. Sven says 10 plus. Thank you, Sven. Thank you, Glenn, for the 10 plus. Cat 1000 plus. I appreciate it, Cat. Pay, excellent guide to improve our current story. 10 plus plus. You're welcome. Frank says 10 plus. Thank you. Thank you, Magnus. Appreciate your focus on this topic. John, 10 plus, really excellent comments and in-depth perception of how you structure your story. Then I have 2 questions that came in. Sue says, is the red banner telling them not to hit the back button true? Will it charge their card again, or recommended ploy? I've always had that on ever since I started ClickFunnels. I always have that up there because I've heard when they do hit the back button, it can charge their card again. So I just let them know, don't be clicking back forward, and then there's all these tech problems and all that. So if you look at any really kind of funnels that are doing a significant amount of volume, that are doing tens of millions of dollars a year, which you can that by you could just go to Facebook and look up people's Facebook pages, like the big players in the spaces. Look at their ads on Facebook and then go through their funnels and buy some of their products. Just about 95% of them have a message kind of like that at the top of their page. So I personally haven't had, I say I haven't had, but I don't read every support ticket goes through my support desk because I have a support team that handles my emails now. If anything has to get escalated to me, then they escalate it to me. But so I could probably check with them to see how many have we had, but I've always had this up there just because a lot of other people have had, and I've heard stories that it can charge multiple times because of tech stuff. So I just put it there. Just it's you don't want people clicking back forward anyway. So I would recommend putting it up there. Gary says, my funnel doesn't have an opt-in setup. Should we include one? No. My recommendation is no. Unless you are really good at email collection and opt-in pages and all that, I may or may not even leave my opt-in up there. When you're going through the One Funnel Away Challenge, it's not recommended to have an opt-in page because that's just another step of complexity that you got to be really good at converting people that put in an email address to then buy something, where I'm pretty good at that. So that's why I'm doing it. But you don't have to, and most people don't do it. But I've been doing email marketing for 20 plus years. So that's why I put it up there. So I like to collect email addresses before they hit the sales page because of just what I do with email marketing. But I don't recommend anybody do it unless they know what they're doing. And it's not recommended in the One Funnel Away Challenge either. Alistair says 100. Thank you, Alistair. Sue says, thanks for the great notes today, 10 plus. You're welcome. Gary says, makes sense. Awesome. Cool. So, by the way, for anyone watching this, because I realize there's a lot more people that watch this than show up live, because I can see the amount of viewers, the amount of views on my videos go up each day once the videos are out there on YouTube. So if you're watching this and you're not yet a member of Alphapreneur and you want to be a member of our community, again, just go to alphapreneur.com. You can try it out. You just put in your email and then it'll tell you about Alphapreneur. And then again, inside of Alphapreneur, this is what it looks like. So instead of being in a Facebook group, or even in my case, even being on Facebook, I cannot stand being on Facebook or social media or Twitter or LinkedIn or anything because, I don't like being tracked. My privacy is really important to me. And I don't like seeing ads all over the place. I don't like being surrounded by a mix of family and friends and business and all that kind of stuff. It's just a mess when I go on social media, which is why I just wanted to create a place where it's kind of like our little safe corner of the internet that is just only entrepreneurs that are only helping each other get results that they want in their life on all kinds of different aspects. So right now, as we're going through this video, we're going through the One Funnel Away Challenge, but you can see when you're in Alphapreneur on the left-hand side here in the community, we have a ton of topics where, people are always helping each other out on. So there's way more to Alphapreneur than just what you're seeing right now. So if you want to try it out, and just maybe if you're just starting a business or you're struggling with starting a business, or maybe you have a business, but you're struggling with scaling or something specific, I definitely recommend checking out Alphapreneur and just seeing if it's for you or not. If it's not for you, it's no problem. But anyway, that's kind of my little blatant pitch for Alphapreneur without using an Epiphany story. I probably should have done an Epiphany story, but Kat says, I wonder why they didn't teach us this first, as it would have made the rest so much easier and clearer to do all the one-pagers and stay focused. I don't know. With the Epiphany bridge, that's something where you probably should, if you could, include it in your sales copy, actually on your sales pages and your one-time offers and all that. to actually use Epiphany stories to sell all the stuff. I don't know why Russell waited until now to talk about the Epiphany Bridge story, but I don't know. But better late than never, right? I mean, that's the whole purpose why I have not gone live and just like rushed through everything just to make a sale. And that's why I'm taking my time, and I'm like a few days, probably more than a few days behind, because even though I've been doing this for 2 decades, like selling stuff on the internet, I'm still learning new stuff as we go. Like I learned a few new things just kind of going through and watching some of the supplemental videos that Russell gave us today from Jim that he did on a cruise. Like a couple things I was like, man, I never thought of it like that. So it's even making my sales structure and my offer and my story that I'm about to put together for the brand ambassador blueprint and the funnel I'm doing. It's going to make it stronger than it would have been. So yeah, I don't know why he waited until now to share that. But Hollister says, this is more than any university knowledge I've ever come across. Absolutely outstanding. Thank you, Hollister. Comments like that like really make me excited to do these live streams, because if it wasn't for all of you that were showing up live and taking the time to be active in the comments, I would just record videos and then just throw them up on YouTube and maybe send out an email to say, hey, a video's been published on YouTube, go check it out. But the reason I do these live streams is because all of you that are here live in the live chat, you're taking time out of your day to show up. And it is very hard. And I'm going to say this is like one of the most difficult things I've ever done is going live on camera and then trying to teach live. And then because you can't edit, there is no editing. You saw, I had a lot of typos and mistakes, and I don't know if I got something in my teeth. I don't know. Like it's just it's all raw and kind of unedited and unscripted. So it's super. I'm terrified every time I go live, but it's all of you that are showing up in the live chat and giving like the comments that you're giving and the ratings and all that. Like it makes me excited to show up every day. So I'm going to keep showing up for all of you. And again, like if you're watching this, maybe you're not here live because maybe the times I'm going live is not good for your time zone or anything like that. Hit subscribe on my YouTube channel and then just turn on the bell notifications. And then maybe you might be able to make it to one of my future live streams and chat with me live and all that. But if not, just know these videos, I have the comments disabled on these videos intentionally on YouTube because I make all of these videos available for you inside of Alphapreneur after we're live. The live stream is over. But then I have the comments turned on below the videos in Alphapreneur because I only have so much time in the day, right? And if I was telling people, just everybody in the world on YouTube, to leave a comment below for a question that you have and I'll answer it, I wouldn't be able to get to everybody and help everybody. So that's part of why I do these videos live on YouTube, because I'm using like YouTube's technology. Sorry, Google, but I'm using YouTube's technology to have really good quality videos for you that I know is going to be able to play on any device that you're watching. Whether it be on a iPhone or a TV or a computer or anything like that. So I know you're going to get this video nice and clear. The live stream works, the live chat works. So YouTube for free is like my tech stack, so to speak. But then I take the videos and put them in Alphapreneur. So then anyone that has any questions, or maybe you like have your Epiphany Bridge script that you're writing in your story and you want to get my advice, or you want to get the advice of thousands of other entrepreneurs, and you want to share it with all of us, that is what Alphapreneur is for. So we actually go in and take what we're doing in these videos and we talk about it, we apply it to our businesses, and we get help and support and everything from each other. So if you're watching this live and you're not a member of Alphapreneur, now's the time to probably sign up, because then you can take these videos so much further by actually applying it to your life by getting support and feedback from myself and everyone else in Alphapreneur. Glenn says, thanks for an outstanding session, Chris. You're very, very welcome. John says, what microphone are you using and recommend? Good question, John. I am using a Lewitt. It's Lewitt LCT 240 Pro. Let's look it up. I'll show you. Lewitt LC 240. Nope. LCT 240 Pro. I'm just pulling it up real quick on my, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry about that. I'm using this microphone so you can find it. It's, if you like it, it's, if it sounds good, if it's for you, it's a Lewitt LCT 240 Pro. That's my microphone. And then for what I'm using to get the audio from my microphone into my computer to then pass on to you through YouTube. It is a Rode. What is this? Rode? Is it Rodecaster Pro? Yeah, this is it. I didn't even know. I was trying to look at it, but it just says Rode on it. It's called a Rodecaster Pro. And it's expensive. I mean, I don't recommend like getting this if you're just messing around, but for me to try to, have like the best audio I can for you, I'm using this, which is kind of overkill. But the reason I like this, I'm only using one channel, which is that far left channel, but I'm using that one channel for this microphone. So it's plugged into this, and then this Rodecaster Pro then plugs into my computer through just a USB plug. And that's how I get my audio into my computer. But what's cool with the Rodecaster Pro is that they have all these additional like filters and settings to kind of make your microphone sound the best it can sound. And it's very easy. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm using for that. And that was to answer John's question, which is what microphone am I using? And then Sven says, I also try to be careful when it comes to social media. When Facebook started storing information about me when I use WhatsApp, and my network moved to Signal. There's a lot of weird stuff going on social media and on Facebook, and just with censorship and people getting suppressed. And I know a lot of people that had Facebook groups, like people that had a Facebook group that was set to private, where they were charging to join the Facebook group just so the people in the group are serious and they're not just a bunch of looky-loos. And I know a lot of people that had those Facebook groups with thousands of members, and they're all just completely gone. And the person that created the Facebook groups, the people I should say, don't even have the ability to create more Facebook groups. Like they're completely like blacklisted from Facebook. So that is one of the big reasons why I made Alphapreneur like its own entity and its own community. And we don't do tracking. There's no advertising. People can't pay to run ads in Alphapreneur. There's no negativity. There's none of that stuff, because I just want to have a really clean, sleek, minimal, simple community for you to get in, get what you need, get results, get out. That's it. So yeah, I'm with you, Sven, about that. Glenn says, thanks for the outstanding session. Thank you very much. Sven says, I read an article a couple weeks ago about a person who asked for all the information that Klarna had about him. He got about 270 pages of information. That's terrifying. Frank says, I'll add a powerful video for you and all the alphas from Tony Robbins' live business mastery to help inspire all of you. That would be awesome. If you have anything like that you want to add, Frank, feel free to go into Alphapreneur, go to the challenges and go to the One Funnel Away challenge. Go to day 18, and then from here, just like drop a comment if you want to drop a comment with the link to the video or something that could really help all of us out. That's what this is all about. That's what Alphapreneur is all about, is just us really helping each other. This isn't the Chris Luck show. It's not called, the Chris Luck Club. I mean, this is all for you. I'm just here to be your guide and just to give you notes and inspire you and give you everything you need in the direction to get results on whatever it is that you're trying to do as an entrepreneur. Right now, specifically, is the One Funnel Away challenge. So that's why this is all I've been talking about for the last, 18 days. But once we're done here and the 30 days is up and the challenge is over, then just so you all know, my plans moving forward. So I'm going to be having this brand ambassador funnel live. I'm going to be running traffic to it and all that, but I'm going to be running traffic to it both organically, but also from a paid standpoint. So running Google ads, Facebook ads everywhere. And I'm going to just be going live, continuing to go live on the YouTube channel and just live stream and share all my results of the things that I'm doing. And that's why it's important. Like if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications, because then there's a lot of crazy stuff behind the scenes I'm going to show you that that's going to help you and inspire you, hopefully, to get out there and do stuff to grow your business. Sven says, does it have noise reduction? This Rodecaster Pro, yes, it does. Between this Rodecaster Pro and then the microphone I'm using, like I don't know if you can all hear or not, but I'm in my office right now. I'm not at home. I actually have an office, and my office I'm at is on a main street in my city, and there's been a lot of like trucks driving by today, especially when I'm right now when I'm live, and there's been dump trucks and all. There's even ambulance that drove by earlier, and if you didn't hear any of that, then my equipment's working, or if you did and it was just kind of faint, then my equipment's working. David says I'll catch the replay. Thanks, you're welcome. Sven says, do you think we can help each other within Alphapreneur review our funnels? Yeah, that's the whole point of Alphapreneur. If you go in here, Sven, you go to you don't have to do it under challenges, just under the community on Alphapreneur where it says feedback, just click on feedback and then drop in, like, let us know what your funnel is, or feedback for anything. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, feedback on, I don't know, some new shoes that you just bought. It's feedback on whatever you want. You can go in here and then just post. And not only will you get my feedback, but anyone else in Alphapreneur giving feedback as well. And I've got this feature turned on for everyone with this little bell icon. And what's really cool about this is that all the spaces that you follow inside of Alphapreneur, if there's any new activity, which I follow every space in Alphapreneur because I'm the founder of Alphapreneur, and I like to chime in on everything. There's this bell notification icon. You can click on it and then see all the notifications of all the places that you're following. So whenever you post on anything, like let's say you post in the feedback section, I'm going to see that. So yeah, go ahead and post your feedback on whatever you want, Sven, and I'll be happy to help you. Kat says, don't miss it. It's a great class today. Thank you, Kat. Sven says, my sound is really great. Cool. Well, I'm glad it's working because I was actually thinking about, I have a couple other microphones that I've used. But you know what? With the other microphones, I don't like the way they look on camera. Like, and this is just me because I'm an aesthetic. I like environments. So like when I come into my office, like this environment you see behind me, this isn't all like manufactured just to look cool on camera. Like everything is all here for a reason. And one of the things that I like about this microphone is that I'm using this microphone boom arm that doesn't come up like over the side and then down where it's like in my face. It's coming up under my computer screen. So the microphone like sits right here in front of me. And there's a lot of other microphones I have that are actually better quality than this, but they don't set well on this boom arm because they're so heavy. It like drags this boom arm down. But this microphone doesn't. So it sits here nice and it's not like constantly moving on me. So I'm glad it all sounds good and you all appreciate the quality and everything. So I'll just keep it because if you go watch previous live streams, you'll see I've experimented with other microphones and other contraptions. I had this one boom arm that like came up here out of this corner and it took up half the screen. And I don't know. I think it looked pretty silly, but cool. So, well, that's all I've got for all of you today. I need to get back to work on I'm doing the design and the build out for my first one-time offer page, which I have some more designs to do and a lot of copy to write. When I'm done with that tomorrow, my plan, which is Friday, is to build and design my page for my second one-time offer. So I'm doing my done with you offer right now. I'm building the page out for that. Tomorrow I'm doing the done for you offer and building out the page for that. And then that's going into the weekend. I don't work Saturday, Sunday. Then I come back on Monday, and then I plan on doing the videos for the done with you and done for you, and also the sales page. Pretty much all the videos is going to be next week, which this Epiphany Bridge script actually came in time because there's a couple things that came to mind that I'm going to add to my videos that I wasn't going to add earlier because I actually forgot about some of this stuff. So that's that's what I'm up to. So I'll be back here again, same time, same place tomorrow. There will not be a countdown timer tomorrow because for those of you that came in late, I was just letting everyone know yesterday. Or what did I do? Yesterday, well, I've always had a countdown timer on my videos for people that want to show up early and listen to music and all that. Well, I took yesterday's live stream. I trimmed out the countdown timer so people that watch the replay, you can just hit play on the video and it'll just start playing. Well, the problem with that is when I trim that out, it disabled the live chat. And I think the live chat's one of the coolest parts with YouTube is because you can watch the video and see the live chat in real time next to the video. But when I trim out the countdown timer, it goes away, which is no good. So tomorrow what I'm going to try to do is not do a countdown timer at all. I'm just going to go live at the top of the hour. So you can still show up, go to the YouTube page, type in the live chat, but you won't see me actually, the video won't start until I press the button right at the top of the hour. So we're going to try that tomorrow and see how it goes. So no countdown timer tomorrow, but we'll just see how it goes. That's all I got for today. Thank you all again for showing up. If you're watching the recording of this, you're not a member of Alphapreneur. You saw we have quite a good community that you can join, try out, get in, post some, things that you want some feedback on, and pick all of our brains and see if we can help you out and get the results that you want, especially with this one funnel away challenge. And again, I'm Chris Luck. I'm the founder of Alphapreneur, and I'll see you all tomorrow.